So these videos are a little bit behind, but Happy New Year and welcome to another Chris the Fish video. In this video I'm going to be going through what I've done to the Oscar tank. We've had to make a few changes and we've had a couple of deaths, unfortunately. So this is the first time I've emptied everything out of this tank since it's been set up. It is absolutely minging. Needs a bloody good deep clean, and I've now got to try and figure out what has been killed, because you can see parts of a fish skeleton in here. I noticed it all amongst the bogwood and stuff, so I've got to try and figure out now what's actually missing. Alright, so figured out, unfortunately it was my big male green terror that has died. Even though I was doing regular checks on him in the cave, he must have passed away at one point and they've just destroyed him. But I've now managed to completely empty the tank, clean it all down, clean all the filters which were long overdue. And even though it's cloudy as hell at the moment, I'm just topping it back up. And we'll come back to it once it's all settled, and then we can start putting stuff back in it. Alright, so you're gonna have to bear with me as everything's in small pieces. I can't exactly record and do it all at the same time, but now it's all topped up, I've just got to leave it to settle and see what's what. Right, so in this tank we have got the two tiger Oscars. We got 1, 2 and 3 of the sail fins. You've just seen the hoplo which has span up to the top. You got 2 Raphaels. You got Henry, which is our giant plec. 4 Jack Dempseys. The green terror. The bristlenose, which means the fish that we are missing is 2 bristlenose and 1 green terror. So them bones could have been any of it, but I don't understand what's happened to my green terror, because he was fine. I know he was hiding in the cave a lot, in that cave, and I'd lift it up every so often just to check he was still there and still alright, and he was. But now he's just vanished. So I can only assume somebody has eaten him, if not the catfish. Alright, so the next morning you can see that it's all settled. I've just put some food in for them, so hopefully they'll eat the food instead of each other. I've also moved the air curtain over this way so that it's got central, and I've moved the internal filter over that side, so now we've got a filter on each side. And obviously I've got less plants in there as well, so I've just made it so it's a bit more open and spacious. Move the bogwood round a bit just so you can actually see what's going on. Right, so unfortunately, due to all the condensation that we keep getting, I've had to temporarily close the pond down, so I'm going to show you that now. So last night you just got the big plec in here, and somewhere probably underneath one of the filters is the bristlenose, and I took all the ornaments and plants out. All the guppies are in the extra tanks that I've set up in the garage, fish cave, not garage, fish cave. And while we're at it, I might as well show you, we've had a little change on this side. So I've emptied all the guppies out of the pond. It's a bit bitty at the moment because I've not long fed them, but we've got a few babies that have got into this one because it was hard to separate them. We've got the guppies, we've got the sword tails, we've got 1 cardinal and 1 Danio in here. But then obviously, there's the Danio. But then obviously we've got all the platies as well. And then if we come up to this tank, again there's a couple of adult guppies in there, but that's mostly all the fry. So I've got all the fry into the fry tank. So now the next job is setting up our beta tank. Alright, so now that we've got the Oscar tank finished, we're going to say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Tell them, say like it.
Like it.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
And hit that.
Bell.
You heard her. Alright, like, wave bye-bye. No, okay. Bye.